Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. We actually have two-in-one news to render, and it has to do with prominent men, the likes of Olusegun Obasanjo, Femi Falana, and the rest, talking about what is going on right now and the situation of things in Southeast, IPOB, democracy, Biafra agitation, and why there shouldn't be any siege in Southeastern region, going by constitutional amendments, going by what is obtainable in Nigerian constitution, why the Igbos are supposed to be looked into with care. But before we go into the news proper, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. By all means, please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let us start with what Chief Olusegun Obasanjo has got to say. He said, according to Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president has described Nigeria as a country presently dripping in bitterness and sadness. The former president argued that even though the country is destined to be a land flowing with milk and honey, bad leadership has made it unachievable. He said this on a Thursday while getting presented with a book titled The Man, the General and the President, authored by Femi Falana at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library in Abeokuta, Ogun State capital. Obasanjo said, "My prayer is that all of us will have something to contribute to making this country what God has created it to be, a land flowing with milk and honey." Right now, it is a land flowing with bitterness and sadness. That is not what God wants this country to be. We must change the narrative. We must talk to ourselves in civilized language. There's nothing or there's nowhere you can go in this country that you will not see genesis in any sector of the country. So why should we look down on ourselves? Quite a good question though. But Femi Falana has also spoken concerning the issue that is ongoing. Don't forget that right now Southeast is under siege and people are talking. Why is Southeast going through this? Well, Femi Falana have decided to go the legal way and also calling on the presidency where he goofed and what he should do right, because the truth of the matter is Southeast is still a part of the country. And he said FG has no right to declare war on Southeast without National Assembly. While senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has said the federal government can't declare war on any sector of the country. Falana said these at Southwest Zonal public hearing on constitution review organized by the House of Representatives. He was speaking in reaction to a threat by President Muhammadu Buhari to deal with agitators in the Southeast. He said, under the Constitution, Section 305, the President cannot declare a war on any part of Nigeria without the approval of the National Assembly. A state of emergency must be declared. None has been declared in Southeast. Therefore, the ongoing bringing down and killings in Southeast cannot be justified under the Constitution. We want to appeal to the members of the National Assembly to urgently pass a resolution requesting the President to stop the ongoing chaos in Southeast of Nigeria. We therefore appeal to the so-called UGM and GMs and the Nigerian Armed Forces to stop bringing down and killings on both sides and allow the governors to address the challenges of misgovernance, injustice, lopsided appointment, and nepotistic control of the country. I could still remember very vividly, I think Babasha, the northern senator, some hours ago in China's television made some statement. He said, look, we are in democratic setting and those agitating for Biafra, especially in the Southeast, have no right to go by what they are doing. That if they want to go through the route of 1967, the Nigerians will not fold their arms, or the federal government rather will not fold their arms and watch things happen. But they cannot be bringing threats to them and expect the federal government to fold their arms. So if they want to go through that, they truly want to go through that route of 1967, where they are expecting Nigerians to go on their knees to beg them? He said, of course not. Now, he talked about democratic setting, that if there's anything that should be done, that it should be done in a democratic way. That if they are looking forward to, coming into championing or becoming the president of 2023 in Nigerian election, or mounting the power power position, then by all means they should go through the democratic way, through elections, and it should be power of numbers. He said something about democratic elections and democratic processes. Now Femi Falana is coming through that route again and saying, look, if you're going to go through that process, no problem, but if anything must be done, then due process should be followed. The law should be followed. He talked about the senator talked about the issue of democracy, constitution, what does the constitution say about the agitation and their use of words, their ways of doing things. That's the same law Femi Falana is now quoting, saying in section 305 that there's always a room. Have there been a state of emergency declared in Southeast? Of course not. But already we are hearing things like the military is already, we keep seeing videos and videos coming up on social media where indigenes and locals living in the Imo State and some other southeastern part of Nigeria, whenever they walk trekking on the roads, they raise their hands up as if there's already a situation in the land. Now, if there seem to be insecurity issue, like Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria's son, has said, there's a process. That's why we're not in the military rule, where he wakes up one morning and say, go this way, and you go. No, go through the process. That's why we have three arms, 3 tiers of government, 3 arms of government. Go through the process. Look, there's a lot of insecurity going on in Southeast. What do we know? You go to the other arms. Okay, let's declare state of emergency in Southeast. Then when that is done, then we now have the issue of the military going down. Then of course, the sitting governors, that's why they're democratically elected. They're not there for figurehead. They're not there just to occupy seats. They have their roles, and they have their functions, they have their jurisdictions, and they should be adhered to in full course. Now, if you're going by democracy based on what Femi Falana has said, then even from the beginning, we've gotten it all wrong. The 5 states have not been, there's no the state of emergency declared, but there's a full presence of the military. And Femi Falana is saying, let's go through this the proper way. Since we're in democratic setting, let's do this the proper way so that nobody feels marginalized at any point in time. Let there be an appeal first. Let the 5 states be declared as states of emergency so that the needful should be done. Then he now made mention of the fact that in this process, that those also the GMs should please cease fire, both the army and the GMs, so that there should be peace in the land. So it's not just to wake up and we all have jurisdiction until we respect each other's jurisdictions, we respect each other's rules and regulations. We just might be flouting the rules. We just might be climbing on other people's rules and regulations and thinking we're doing the right thing. We have executive order is there, but in situations like this, so that look at what is going on. Even the National Assembly have not even declared state of emergency, but things are happening. They're all quiet. Nobody's really talking much. I guess as we go wrap it up, let's meet in our comment section. What's your take?